Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Plantain, and today we're going to be checking out the latest episode of Your Mum's House, featuring none other than Tom Segura. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know Tom Segura and Christina P, after many years, have decided to call it a day. This news has been traveling far and wide within the comedy world. A lot of people have talked about it. Some people are team Tom Segura, some people are team Christina P. So now we're gonna hear Tom Segura's side, and this should be a very interesting indeed. If it's your first time on this channel, I'd greatly appreciate if you could tap that like button, comment below, and subscribe.
All right, we are back, and this is my first podcast here in a while. I know that a lot of people obviously heard the news and saw last week's episode where Christina hosted it, and I don't feel a need to like say a lot to people, but it bothered me that a lot of people were like, oh, I can't believe you would make her go address this alone or like do this on her own, you know, which couldn't be further from the truth. The truth is that like we have been recording separate episodes for a long time now, because everything that people know is not new to us. It's, you know, it's been many months. So this is not like brand new to us. It's new, I guess.
Wait, you guys didn't just decide that day to get a divorce and tell the world?
That wasn't that day. Yeah, it wasn't that day.
That's here the whole time I'm thinking, man,
this happened today.
This just happened. Yeah. It was a big life decision like that. I'm like, take it to the internet.
Yeah. It was many months, and we record separately. So her episode was first after our return, so she addressed it first. It was never like, hey, you go handle this. You know, it was just kind of the timing of how that worked. And we both decided to record separately. That's just what we're doing. It's been it's a horrible experience. So I just wanted to let people know it's privately, it's horrible. It's a long experience. It's emotionally a roller coaster. Your emotions change often many times in a day. If anyone's ever been through it or knows anyone, it's like, you don't feel the same all the time.
A lot of people don't like Tom Segura, but what he's basically saying makes a lot of sense. You know, obviously divorce is a major thing. It's a major, I can imagine it's going to take a massive emotional toll on your mental state. It must be a big struggle to deal with. And of course they do have children. They do have young kids. So even that's going to be problematic, you know, because now the kids are going to be split between two households. And we've read, you know, statistic. Well, I've read a lot of, you know, information and statistics about children from divorced couples, and sometimes it can be a bit difficult, you know, going from one household to another household. There's that feeling of, you know, never being able to properly settle down. You know, recently I watched a video of this girl. She was talking about how when she was younger, she would kind of like cry and break down when, you know, she had to go back home to live with her mom, because, you know, she kind of enjoyed spending time with her father. She would only spend maybe like 2-3 weeks at a time with her father. And, you know, during that last week, she'd feel really upset and sad knowing that she's going to have to go back to her mom. It can be very difficult on the children. So I kind of understand where Tom Segura is coming from. Of course, I've never been through a divorce myself, but I can imagine it must be quite painful to deal with, especially when, you know, it's all across the media. People are making reactions and commentary videos about it. On me, I've only made like 2 videos about it, but I think there's some people out there who made like 20 videos about Tom Segura. I don't get it personally. You know what I mean? You must feel some kind of way when people are just like picking at your life, picking at your marriage. It must make you feel a bit uncomfortable. So yeah, I kind of feel bad for Tom. You know, the human in me feels bad for Tom. But yeah, let's continue.
So I'll just say that it's very hard, and I personally am not somebody who is the type of person that's like, let me be an open book about my private life. Some people are. I actually feel like, you're more of that. Like you'll share things. You're like, and there's people that are like, that's their skill set, even that they open up about everything. I've never been that guy.
Trauma based for me. No, I wouldn't call it a skill set.
Well, I've never
I'm
been
gonna say
that
this
guy.
is funny. Listen, I'm very honored and grateful to be here to be the one to talk to you about this because I knew you and Christina before you were Tom and Christina. We go way back. Yeah. And, it's difficult. It's difficult to sit here and see, just what's happening to you guys publicly, privately, all of it. Yeah. And I am no one to critique. I haven't had a successful relationship. I haven't had one. I told you before, I've had tires that last longer than relationships I'm in, bro, for real. Like a good radial, a solid good 7-year tire.
Yeah. So
I can't sit here and critique, judge, nothing like the internet does. I've never been married. I've been engaged. Shit. What I'm trying to tell you, I have not done well with this. Yeah. So my heart goes out to both of you. I understand, like, the kids, all of it. I get it.
Yeah.
And it sucks. But here's the other thing. 2 things. If you have been a fan of this show and you've been listening to Christina P., you know damn well Tom Segura didn't make her do anything.
No, of course not.
Anything. Christina would be the first one to be like, fuck you, you're going to go first. Or we'll do this together. Or whatever it is.
No, without question.
She would have a say in that. The other thing is, I'm going to take a sip here because I'm getting upset. As a fan of this show and coming up with watching you guys build this thing from, little bedrooms and all this empire you have fucking turned this into. You guys have changed the game of comedy. You have broke the code. What you've done as a power couple has been amazing. It's been a fucking amazing. And as a fan of the show, watching you guys go from not having kids, to a family, I know 10% of the trolls are shit, but the rest of us.
He's making a few interesting points, Your Mom's House. This podcast has been running for quite a few years, and I believe within the last maybe 5 or 6 years, Tom and Christina really turned it into a bit of an empire. They've signed quite a few different individuals to their company. I believe there's quite a few different podcasts under them, like prominent individuals who now have podcasts under the whole Your Mom's House ecosystem, which is quite impressive. Tom and Christina, I believe, they're in their late 40s, early 50s, maybe. Might be wrong. But, they're relatively young in this comedy scene. And we all know there are many comedians out there who are struggling financially. So for Tom and Christina to kind of carve out this lane for themselves where they're making consistent money and they have multiple employees and, they have many different podcasts under them, it's impressive. As a young guy, as a young Black British guy from, the UK, you see these guys accomplish great things, and even if you look nothing like them, there is an element of like, that's impressive. That's very, very impressive. Now, in regards to what he said about the trolls comments, look, the fact of the matter is, especially with the podcast commentary and podcast reactions channels, that's always going to exist. That's always going to exist, right? There are always going to be people who despise Tom Segura. Me personally, I don't really get it. Like I said earlier, there are people who just consistently make videos about Tom Segura or like different guys within the podcast realm, and maybe they have personal beef with Tom Segura. Maybe they have personal. I don't have personal beef with Tom Segura. Maybe Tom Segura slapped them one day. I don't know. So it's a bit hard for me to even understand these trolls, if you want to call them trolls. I think they're just disgruntled people, very angry people. A lot of people who are anti-Segura or maybe like anti-Rogan Sphere, a lot of these people tend to be very political and they tend to lean a lot to the left. So because I believe Tom Segura has made comments in the past that might be perceived as being maybe a right-leaning, I believe that's why they hate Tom Segura, and I believe that's why, you know, they continue to make videos and videos about him and continue to troll him. You know, for me personally, I don't really take these things that seriously. So, you know, like, especially with the whole comedy world, I don't really take things that seriously. So I don't really care too much about Tom Segura, but you know, other people do, and perhaps they have a right to be angry about Tom. You know, they have a right, especially if you live in America and you know, the political climate in America is crazy right now. Some of the comments Tom has made in the past about those who are really struggling to pay their bills and really struggling to live comfortably. If you're part of that socio-economic, you know, area, naturally you're gonna feel a bit uncomfortable when you see Tom Segura and when you hear him. So I don't agree with the trolls, but part of me understands why they do it. It's just, for me, I feel like they're kind of wasting their time. It's like it's a bit of a waste of time to just constantly be banging on about Tom Segura or like Joe Rogan or any of these guys.
Some of the trolls are shit, but the rest of us are just, you know, we're heartbroken that, you know, you guys are sort of the North Star, especially in entertainment. And, you know, it makes a lot of people feel a certain way, like, well, fuck, if they can't, can we? You know, 20 years, 2 fucking decades is a long time. So I understand where those people are coming from, and it's, you know, they've grown with you guys.
I understand it too.
You know, but the trolls are the trolls.
I understand. Look,
trolls.
I actually understand all of it. I understand the people that are like just heartbroken, and I understand the trolls and people. Like, it's not something I can't wrap my head around. It's part of how it goes. I totally get it. I just also wanted to tell you this, to reiterate that, like, we're not combative. Like, we talk every day. Just so people know that, like, this is like, I support Christina in everything she does. She supports me, and our focus, as you would imagine, is just on our children. Yeah. And you know, we're just trying to provide the best life we can for them, and we're trying to take care of them. And I personally, you know, you're not going to see me doing interviews or podcasts or press about this. This for me is like, again, this is me addressing what it is and how it's been, and it's been terrible. And I don't feel like I need to keep talking about this. This is it for me. I'm not going to talk about this. You know, whether, and some people are okay with, some are not. It is what it is. Like, I'm going to just be focused on what I do, and, like I said, taking care of the kids. And Christina and I continue to do that, and we talk to each other, and we're fine with how things are moving along, as disappointing as it is. It is what it is, like, in that regard. I don't know what else to say about it.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What are your DMs like right now? What are your DMs?
I'm sorry. That's the wrong drop. I'm sorry. That's the wrong drop.
Was that a DM?
That was.
Who left that?
It's insane, dude. I've never answered anybody.
What's some of the wildest shit? I mean, like, off the wall, like, you're just like, what the fuck?
Guys who are like,
guys is something I hadn't considered genuinely.
Guys who are like, what's up, bro? It's time. You're free. What?
You're fucking free. You're free to be gay.
My face in your ass. I'm like, huh? And then you're like, this is what women go through, I guess? Yeah. They're like, I'll eat your ass.
So obviously this is in reference to Christina P talking about the amount of DMs she's been receiving ever since this divorce was announced. A lot of people have been sending her crazy, crazy messages saying, you know, I'll do this, I'll do that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, Christina P, I wouldn't say she's, you know, the most beautiful woman in the world, but she's not an ugly woman. She's not an ugly woman. She's, you know, relatively attractive. So naturally, a lot of people are going to be reaching out to her either through email or, you know, Facebook messaging, Instagram. They're going to be reaching out to her because they want to get to know her. You know, she's on the market, as they say. I've considered reaching out to her myself, you know. I just don't really know how it's going to work because, you know, here I am in the UK. I mean, I'm willing to travel for some mushu, as they say. I'm willing to travel. It's not a big deal. You know, for a chance at Christina. Of course I'm gonna travel. Of course I'm gonna do it.
And then you're like, this is what women go through, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, I'll eat your ass out. And you're
Guys
like,
are wanting to eat your ass.
yeah, it's
That's
insane.
fucking great.
It's insane. No, it's great. I mean, I don't like, I'm good, man. I'm really good. You don't have to do that. Thank you. You don't have to.
You sure?
Yeah, please don't message me.
Because my mom hit me up, wants to know if you're fucking. You're her favorite comedian, bro. She shit when she saw you.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Your mother?
My mom loves you, bro.
Shut up. You're being serious?
If you ever do a show in Delaware, bro, I'm telling you, you can get dick down in Delaware. Tom.
Jesus, man.
You can get dick down in Delaware. I can even know a band that can open for you.
Oh, my God. Jesus. How's your mom now?
I think she's approaching 80. I'm not sure, to be honest. It might be 70.
Man, shout out to the gilfs out there. Shit. Some gilfs are attractive. I'm gonna keep it a hundo. I'm gonna keep it a hundo. Some of them are pretty. Why not? Why do we discriminate against older women? Look, if you still have the body parts, if you still have the anatomy, what's the big deal? You know, it's not like the shop suddenly closes once you reach a certain age. Me personally, 80, 90, 100. Nothing wrong with that. You guys got to stop discriminating. It's offensive. It's so offensive. Shit. Fried plantain. Hey, 60, 70-year-olds, I've been there, done that. Been there, done that. It's not a big deal to me. It's not a big deal to me. Maybe you guys, it's a big deal. It's not a big deal to me. 60, 70-year-olds, I've gone down that road. I've gone down that road a few times.
It can't be 70. I'm 53. It can't be. It's got to be 80.
80.
Yeah,
Wow.
She's still there. Hey.
Okay. Look, let's just, I'm moving on. You can see.
Bro, if you're going to be my stepdad, this is going to be wild. This is going to be wild.
What do you mean?
Like, if you're banging my mom, I
shut
mean,
up.
you're pretty much my stepdad. Like, it's going to be...
You can see Ryan at ryansickler.com.
Watch my special, Live and Alive. Streaming now on my YouTube. Come see me on the road, ryansickler.com. Honeydew way back, all that.
Don't forget to see Duncan also, duncantrustle.com. Okay.
Okay.
Here's, you know how this works. I'm going to play you the opening clip.
Yeah, hell
Let's
yeah.
do it. Here we
Interesting. Very, very interesting. 11 minutes. Only 11 minutes he dedicated to talking about the divorce. Well, like he said, it's his life. It's his own, issues. It's his marriage. Like, we shouldn't really be talking about this. This is a private affair. But unfortunately, TMZ brought it to the forefront, so naturally, people are going to talk about it. If you ask me, he does look upset. He does look, kind of mellow and sad. There is that element of melancholia. He isn't like, screaming, why me? But he does seem quite, emotionally lethargic. Sometimes when something's sad and depressing happens to you, your entire body just feels drained. And that's the vibe I get from Tom Segura. He feels a bit drained emotionally. And, it's to be expected because his marriage of 20 plus years has broken down. Thank you, Ryan and Duncan, for being real mother effing friends. Their relationship problems are their own, so thank you for being here for support. They know what happened and it's none of our business. Let's all smoke a bowl and get along. That is the very mature take. I'm sure Christina is happy about not having to deal with Charo anymore, at least. That's great, Tom. Can Ryan plug his dates? At least our deadbeat dad brought the fun uncle. This is almost as tragic as the Invisalign situation. Let's see how weird this gets. Where's my mom? When is mom coming to get us? Blah, blah, blah. So people seem to have kind of accepted this divorce. People are not really going hard on Tom Segura. They kind of just realized that, I'm guessing this was a kind of mutual thing, and it's best to just show respect to both and just accept that this has happened, that there's not much you can do about it.